Yeah. June 22, paper 2 variant 1. Yeah. Question 1. Which measuring devices are used, are most suitable for the length of the swimming pool and for the thickness of an aluminum foil?
B.
Wait, I think I have the wrong one open.
Ah,
Yeah, B.
B.
the length of the swimming pool, we cannot use a ruler. You have to use a tape measure. The thickness of an aluminum sheet, you need to use a micrometer screw gauge. Type the micrometer screw gauge has been removed from the syllabus, so it's okay if you haven't heard about it before. Okay, it has been removed from the syllabus. Question 2, طبعا this is an extremely easy question. What's the length of the train? How can I find the length? How
You
can I?
find the distance.
Yeah, distance equals
Speed
speed
times
times time.
3 times time, yeah.
40 times 2, 80
eighty.
meters. Speed time graph is used to describe the motion. Okay, which quantities are calculated from the gradient and from the area under the graph? The gradient in the speed time graph
Is the acceleration.
is the acceleration. The area under the graph is the
And the
Distance.
distance traveled.
distance traveled. Okay. On moon, all objects follow the same acceleration. Which statement explains this? Yeah.
The
Hmm.
weight, wait. The weight of an object is directly proportional to its mass.
Yes, it is directly proportional to its mass. We can cancel out some of them. Yani, the weight of
Yeah.
an object is inversely proportional. This is wrong. On moon, all of the objects have the same weight. This is wrong. The moon has a smaller gravitational field strength than Earth. This is right. But
بس هما ماليش دعوة.
it's not the right answer for this question. That's the thing. ماشي. A cylinder contains 30 centimeters of liquid. Some more liquid is added until it reaches 50. The reading increases by 30 grams. What's the density? How can I find the density? Yeah.
Mass over volume.
Mass over volume. What's the mass?
30.
30.
Oh,
30.
sorry. Oh, yeah. 30.
And the volume is
20.
20 because 50 minus 20 because initially it was 30 and it has increased to 50. Yeah. 30 divided by 20 is 1.5. Okay. What's the direction of the resultant force? Centripetal
A.
force.
A.
A. Definitely, yes. يلا. A beam is pivoted at one end. A force of 6 newtons, which is the weight, and then another force of 4 newtons is applied to cause the beam to balance horizontally. In which direction is this force?
Wait. It should be closer to the pivot. Sorry.
It should be closer.
No, wait, isn't
No,
it
sorry, further from
Further.
the pivot.
It should be further.
Yeah.
Yes, it should be. Why? Because the force is small. Whenever you decrease the force, you need to increase the distance for the moment to be equal. Type should it be directed upwards or downwards?
Upwards.
Right.
Quite obviously. Okay, so it's upwards and to the right of x. Can I calculate the resultant?
Yeah, هنا بقى are we gonna do
Pythagoras.
الميدل اللي هو بيبقى في النص.
Yes, Pythagoras. Yes, you need to calculate Pythagoras. Okay, square root 8 squared plus 6 squared, which is 10.
It's 10.
That's
Yeah.
easy. What's the direction of this force?
Isn't it like in the middle between 6 and 8?
Between both of them.
This way?
Yes, it would be in this direction exactly.
Yeah, I did that. I was trying to remember the direction عشان كده قلت في النص عشان
Yeah.
كنت دايما بتلخبط فيها.
Okay, حلو. In which situations is the momentum of the object changing?
1, 2, and 3.
صح.
Like all of them.
All of them. All of them. That is correct. Question 10. A ball of mass 0.16 is moving towards at a speed of 0.5. A second ball of 0.1 is stationary. The first ball strikes the second ball. The second ball moves forward at a speed of 0.5 meters per second. What's the speed of the first ball after the collision? What's the equation we'll be using?
Is this M1V1 equals M2V2?
M1U1 plus
U1, sorry, plus M2U2.
M1U1 plus M2U2 equals
Wait,
M1V1 plus
M2V2.
M2V2. What's M1 times U1? This is M1 and this is U1.
V1.
So
0.16 times
0.08.
0.5.
Yep.
0.08. Okay. 0.08. M2U2,
0.
0. Why? Because it's stationary, correct? So this is 0. Equals M1V1.
Which is 0.1 times 0.
0.1 is wrong. 0.1 is M2.
Wait,
So what are you
no,
asking?
would it be 0.16?
0.16 times V2.
أيوة, we don't know these.
We do
Plus
not know V2.
0.1 times 0.5.
0.1 times 0.5. Okay. 0.1 times 0.5. Okay. 0.1 times 0.5 is 0.05. Okay. This will go to the other side. Subtract it. 0.08 minus 0.05. So this would be 0.03 equals 0.16 V1.
When you divide, you get
0.18.
1875.
1875, which is 0.19.
I'm gonna look at my charger.
Quite easy. Yeah. A mass hangs vertically from a spring. The mass is raised to point P and then released. The mass oscillates repeatedly between point P and Q, which energies alternately increase and decrease throughout the oscillations. Which energies increase and decrease throughout these oscillations?
الجravitational potential والkinetic.
Kinetic.
Okay, gravitation, potential, and kinetic. What about the elastic?
Is
doesn't
no.
it doesn't change throughout the بتاع صح؟
Well, does it because it
ولا
moves?
It does. Why? Because the spring compresses and then refracts. There's a point of compression and point of
في الأول بس أنا كنت فاكرة إن
yeah,
ده بيحصل
it keeps on compressing and decompressing.
okay.
So it does alternate as well. But if he asks about the total energy of the system, okay, if the question was asking me about the total energy of the system, I would say that the total energy of the system would be constant. Okay. Car has 620 kilojoules of kinetic energy. It takes a distance of 91 meters to stop. What's the average braking force? What is the average braking force? How can I find the force?
Wait, here they want us to do force equals mass times acceleration, but we don't have acceleration.
Okay, so you cannot use that equation.
Wait, what else?
You have an
Let's make
equation. You have an equation that has energy and distance.
MV squared is equal to MGH.
No.
لا لا
I was gonna say
لا
mass
distance
equals
مش
force
عارف.
times distance, but I don't think that's right. Also, we don't have distance.
No, mass is not equal to force times distance. There's something
Oh.
else equal to force times distance.
work done صح.
Work done. Yes, thank you. Work done equals force times distance. The work done is the energy. 620 kilojoules. Kilojoules. So we'll convert it to joules. We'll just multiply by 1,000. So 620,000 joules. 620,000 joules equals F times the distance, which is 91. Simply dividing by 91 would be 56 or around 56,000 newtons.
But I don't know لو أنا my calculator is بايظة بس I got C.
You got
Yes.
the
Same.
I'm بايظة.
is it C?
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
got
Maybe I was wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, it is C. Oh, that's more reasonable. I divide by 10, not by 100. Anyway, question 13. On what does the pressure at point X depend on?
A, the depth of the water.
Definitely
Yeah.
the depth. Huh. A rigid container has a fixed volume. The container is placed in a freezer and the temperature decreases. What happens to the distance and what happens to the speed?
Speed decreases.
Speed
Yeah.
decreases.
and the distance also with the distance decreases.
Decreases to B.
No, there's no change.
Thank you. There is no change because it's a fixed volume. So no change in the distance between the molecules. Okay. It is a rigid
Aren't we gonna freeze?
container.
Miss, would they freeze huma? Like they're gonna get
Will the average volume of the container change?
no.
So the average distances between the molecules will not change as well.
But what if they freeze and
The molecules will
Some
not freeze.
closer.
they will become a liquid?
They will not become liquid yet. No. Okay. They will remain as gas. He did not say that the state of the molecules has changed. Okay. He needs to explicitly state that they will change from a gas to liquids in order for the distances between the molecules to change. Okay. He needs to explicitly say that. Question 15. Rate of evaporation. Which one would increase? Would have a greater rate of evaporation?
One.
One,
Okay, one definitely. Why?
because it has a larger, like it's less depth.
Okay. Less depth,
You
higher,
think the water
larger
temperature?
surface area, larger surface area.
Yeah.
Okay. And how can I even increase it more?
Increase the water
Increase the
temperature.
By
temperature.
increasing the temperature. Yes. This is cancelled. Question 16 is cancelled. Okay. Question 17 is also cancelled because you're not required to know the specific latent heat. Okay. Question 18, quite easy. Water forms condensation.
Condensation.
Question 19. One end of a copper bar is heated to a high temperature.
The lattice vibrations on the high energy electrons.
Ah,
Yeah.
so it would be, yes,
B.
B. Yes, that is correct. Due to lattice vibration and the electrons. Temperature at P and the density at P.
At P, it's colder.
At P, it is colder. Okay.
And then the density is also more at P.
Higher.
The density is higher. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Yeah, 21. Quite easy. The amplitude is
1.
1 and the
And
wavelength
the wavelength is 8.
8. Yes. Question 22. A sound wave is created by a loudspeaker. It vibrates 96,000 times per minute. The speed of sound is 320 meters per second. What's the wavelength? How can I find the wavelength?
Yeah, speed over frequency. So
Speed over frequency. Okay. Can I find the frequency?
اللي هي I'm trying to remember, is it
1 over time.
Yeah. So one would it be a six
1 over.
or 60 over 96?
No, wait, isn't it 1
Sorry.
over 9? No, but don't have to wait. Do we convert it?
Frequency, when you say 1 over, it's not 1 over time. Cannot just say 1 over time. Okay, 1 over period, 1 over the period of the wave, not over any time. Okay, so if he says that period of the wave is whatever time, okay, you can find the frequency 1 over the period, but you cannot just say 1 over time. How can I find the frequency? What is the definition of the frequency? It's the number of waves
Number of
per
oscillations per second.
second. So we have 96,000 oscillations
96,000 divide 60.
divided by 60. Okay,
Okay, and
96.
then we do 1 over 1600.
This would be 1600. Yes, 16,000 hertz. 1600, 1600 or 16,000?
لا 1600.
1600, yes, yes, 1600. Now can I find the wavelength? Wavelength equals
Speed over frequency.
speed over frequency, which is 320 divided by 1600.
0.2.
0.2.
0.2. Okay, good. Card is placed in front of a plane mirror. How does the image of the label formed by the mirror appear to the observer?
B?
Wait,
Why?
No, wait.
accords.
I don't know.
It's not B. Why
Wait.
did you vertically invert it?
I don't know. It looked almost right.
It's either A or C. I just don't know.
Okay.
Or
Which
maybe it's
I think it's C.
it
I think
is
it's C.
C. Yes. Why? Because if this is the mirror, then I will appear first and then the C, which would be laterally inverted. Laterally inverted, left to right. That's it. Okay. Virtual and real images. What's the difference? Huh. How do we produce a real image and how do we produce a virtual image? Or what is a virtual image?
They cannot be projected onto the screen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that cannot be projected onto the screen. Okay.
Um,
And then the real, it can, it.
Do they converge?
They do converge. Literally,
Yeah.
it's called a converging lens,
Oh.
right? Literally,
Yeah.
it is called a converging lens. The critical angle is 37 degrees. What's the speed of light inside the plastic material?
It's less dense over more dense. But let's not for this. It's the
Oh,
speed of light in air over the speed of light
yes.
in.
Okay. Speed of light in air over the speed of light in medium. What is that equal to?
The critical angle.
No.
Well, not the critical angle, the refractive index.
Refractive index. How can I calculate the refractive index if I have the critical angle?
1 over sine.
1 over sine C.
1 over sine C, 1 over sine 37, which would be 1.3?
1.6 or 1.7.
1.7, okay. 1.7. So 1.7 equals 3 times 10 to the power of 8 over the speed in the medium. So 3 times 10 to the power of 8 over 1.7 is
Wait 1 second. I got 1,700. I got basically 1.8 times 10 to the
1.8.
Yeah, I got 1. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. Question 26. Electromagnetic spectrum in the remote controller.
Radio.
radio waves.
Easy.
Wait,
لا
no, microwaves.
microwaves. لا microwaves
Infrared.
Definitely infrared.
wait, what's
Definitely.
microwaves? No, المicrowaves دي بتاعت
Microwaves, if you have a microwave or if you have a satellite or you have your mobile
Satellite.
phone, okay?
Bluetooth.
والراديو waves
Bluetooth, no, Bluetooth uses the radio. Bluetooth uses the radio waves. Okay?
Oh,
Oh
Okay.
my, I have to go over this. 'Cause,
Mm.
yeah,
yeah,
Yes.
same.
Which statement correctly compares radio waves and X-rays?
Oh my god, wait, I have to remember the thingy.
Rami looks great.
No, it's
Rami,
not that. I'm trying to remember. Wait,
Radio
gamma
waves
rays
have a
have
longer
shorter
wavelength.
wavelength.
longer wavelength
longer wavelength. Okay.
إيه؟
Yes.
and
Wait,
same
ثانية مش
speed.
هو في الأول
And
The longest wavelength is the radio wave. Yes.
and they have the lowest
Same
frequency.
speed.
And the lowest frequency. Yes.
and
What
they
about
all
the
have
speed?
the same
It's the
speed in a
same.
vacuum.
Same
Definitely
speed.
the same speed.
Wait, so gamma rays have the highest frequency and the lowest wavelength.
Yes. The lowest wavelength and the highest frequency. That's why they are the most dangerous
But the
electromagnetic
speed is
waves.
different if it's not in a vacuum.
The speed, يعني in air, for example, we would consider them to be the same. If, for example, they enter a glass, like the light, when the light enters the glass, the speed decreases. Okay. Student has a core. Okay. She counts how many iron pins are an electromagnet picks up when the power supply is switched on. Then she counts how many pins are picked up when the power supply is off. She repeats the experiment using cores of different materials. Which core is made of soft iron? Really?
D.
Yes, D. Yes. Okay.
Wait, what?
D. It's made of soft iron. Why? Because when it was on, it attracted some pins. When it was off, it completely lost its magnetism.
صح because أيوة soft pin والستيل هو اللي permanent magnet صح؟
Steel is a permanent. So steel could be C. Okay, steel could be C. Uh, B is wrong. In any case, B would be wrong. A could be, for example, a copper or an aluminum or whatever non-magnetic material. Um, okay, plastic rod is brought near to a small plastic sphere suspended from a stand. The sphere is repelled by the rod.
A, the rod
A.
and sphere have like charges.
Definitely, they have like charges. What's the equivalent to a volt?
D?
Yeah.
Watts per coulombs? No.
I don't even know what it is.
Okay,
Wait,
there
Yeah.
there was an
What?
equation. There was an equation. Or there is an equation. You're
Is
required to
it
actually
D?
it B. It's B. There is an
أيوة
equation.
it's D عشان it's work done over charge.
Work
Yeah.
done or energy. Yes, energy or work done over charge. So joules per coulombs. Okay. Next question. Resistor. Okay, you have some energy, you have the current, and you have the voltage. What is the time? How can I find the time?
E equals IVT.
Yes, E equals VIT. To find the T, energy over VI. Well, 360 over 6 times 3.
20. I got 20 seconds.
Yeah, same. I got 20.
Okay, 20. This is a really nice question.
Question, it came to me in an exam. I'm so ashamed.
So ugly.
30. Okay. In which, okay, let's solve it together. Very simply. بالراحة كده. In which circuit is the direction of the current in the resistor? Always from red to black.
Okay.
From red to black. I need it to go from the red terminal to the black terminal. This is the positive. This is an alternating current. So it will keep on alternating. It will keep on changing from positive to negative. So for example, if I start with the positive and the negative this way, the current will move this way. Okay. And then at this point, it cannot go to the right. It has to go to the left.
Mhm.
At this point, it cannot go to the right. It has to go downwards. Okay. And then it will pass from the red to the black. Okay. Good. Going from the red to the black and then moving upwards. it will go downwards and then back to the negative terminal. Okay, this is the first half rotation. What about the second half rotation? Let's change the color. This would be negative and the other one would be positive. So the current will move starting from here. Can it go to the right? No, it cannot. It has to go to the left. And then from this point, cannot go upwards. It has to go downwards. Moving again from the red terminal to the black terminal. And then moving upwards, it has to go this way and back to the negative terminal. So A would be correct. Okay. This is a really difficult question. I know. Okay. I know for a fact, yes, this is quite a difficult question, but you can solve it once or twice again. You'll find that it is, يعني, you just need to draw using two different colors. Okay. يعني, my advice for you while solving this specific question is using two different colors to try to differentiate between the two different currents passing in the wire.
And the
Okay?
thing I'm so sure about is before this paper, I need to sleep really well so I can focus. دي حاجة لازم أتأكد منها.
Yes, and that's
Like the questions, like you just need to read like I think that's in all subjects, حتى في multiple choice. It's
yes.
really
You have to read. You have to
if
read
you
very carefully.
yeah
You have
if
to
you
read
miss the
very yes, 100%. Yeah. I guess this is an easier question. Much easier question. Which lamps are the brightest? Which lamp or lamps are or is the brightest?
E.
P.
P.
D.
Isn't it only P?
It
I
is.
thought
Why is it only P? Yes, it is P. I know. Why?
Because the
it's just
others are in
fewer
parallel, so they have higher resistance.
No, so they have lower resistance.
Sorry, yeah, I mean lower.
When the
Yeah.
resistance decreases, the voltage decreases and the brightness decreases. Okay, but for P, the resistance is the highest, and so the voltage or the potential difference is the highest, so it will be the brightest.
yes.
Definitely, this is cancelled. 34.
Carmen was the answer. She takes computer science.
I'm so mad.
30, yeah, 35. Which magnetic poles are induced at position X in diagram 1 and diagram 3?
Diagram. Wait, what?
Yeah, diagram 1 and diagram 3. One moving into the coil, okay? One moving into the coil. What happens? Repulsion or attraction?
Attraction?
While moving
repulsion.
Ocean.
into
عشان
the, it would be repulsion. صح. While moving into, it would be
صح
repulsion.
yeah. And when you leave, it's attraction.
When you leave, it's attraction. صح. When you leave, this is attraction. So this would be south, and the other one would be north. Okay. So it would be C. While moving into the coil, it would repel. While moving outside the coil, it would attract. And that's it. Which transformer can change? You can just write it down. Into repulsion, out of attraction. That's it. Question 36. Which transformer can change 240 volts to 15 volts? 240 to 15. يلا.
we have to calculate.
يعني yes, you do need to calculate using the equation Vp over, for example, Vs equals Np over Ns. Okay, it's quite simple. It's just a matter of trial and error. Vp over Vs is 240 over 15. All you need to do is calculate this number and then calculate 800 over 40. Would it be the same or not? 1000 over 25 would be the same or not? And so on and so forth for the rest of the equation, for the rest of the answers. I think the only right answer would be D.
Yeah,
Okay.
so for A, B there.
Okay.
Yeah,
The right
it's D.
answer, yes, is D. What is the purpose of the split ring commutator? Split ring commutator. What does it do?
It changes it every half.
Changes
half
what?
the rotation.
The current.
Yeah, the curve.
To make sure what? To make sure that.
It
So the
rotates
turning effect. Is it the turning effect or the
Yes.
magnetic?
The turning effect.
yeah.
The
Proceed.
magnetic field would be the same because you already have two magnetic poles, so the magnetic field is already the same. But you need to ensure that the turning effect, the rotation of the motor is in the same direction. Okay? All the time. How do the sizes of the two nuclei produced in a nuclear fission reaction compare to the size of the original nucleuses?
They're smaller,
They are both smaller.
so they're split.
When they split, yes, when they split, they become small. This is correct. Which statement about the radioactive decay of a substance is correct? Radioactive decay of a substance.
No, background radiation is A,
It's
right?
it's A.
Isn't
It
it
cannot be predicted. Yes, this is A. Correct. Background radiation?
I don't know why I said background radiation. I meant decay. I meant
Yes.
decay.
Decay. Yes, it is. Cannot be predicted. I'm sorry, because it is random. Okay, random and unsystematic. Yep. A beta particle moving into a magnetic field, which rule would we use?
right?
The
Right.
Right-hand rule. Yes, Fleming. Okay, Fleming right-hand rule. Okay. The magnetic field is downwards. It's moving to the right, so it will move. Again, magnetic field is downwards. It's moving to the right. Honestly, if you find it quite difficult, okay, if you find it quite difficult, you can use the left-hand rule and then just flip the answer if you want. If your hands are hurting you while trying to solve this equation, or you can just rotate the paper, okay? Rotate the paper so that your hands wouldn't hurt as much, okay? If you just rotate the paper 90 degrees, for example, or 180 degrees or whatever, maybe you can do it much easier using your hands, okay? So
Are we?
Would it be out
Is
of
the
the
magnetic field
It-
this the index finger?
it would be the magnetic field is the index finger, yes, and it would be out of the page, yes. Okay, magnetic field is downwards. The second finger, okay, is directed to the right, so the force would be out of the
Yeah,
page.
we're looking for where the thumb points.
Yes, you are looking for where the thumb points because the thumb is the force acting on the particle. The thumb is the force acting on the particle. Okay? Okay.